Greetings Vault members on making it to Reclamation Day. On today's installment of the Bestiary, we have a historic horror. Having survived the fallout, the Mothman continues to stalk the land. With our help, you'll have everything you need to stay safe and blast these monstrosities away, with the latest in Vault-Tec weaponry. Our records date this creature back to several sightings in 1966. Initial reports suggest it hasn't moved far from this area, preferring to keep to the region of Point Pleasant. 5 workers preparing graves in a cemetery were the first recorded civilians to see this creature, although not the first to go public with their sightings, but their account matches that of other reports linked to the creature. They sighted a large-eyed humanoid that, when spotted, leaped into the air, with large wings unfolding and disappearing into the tree line. Originally presumed to be a misidentified bird, even though it seems to be far too large and frankly humanoid in nature. The second and most well-documented sighting happened 3 days later, nearby on Route 62. 2 couples on a trip to the creek noticed 2 large red, almost glowing eyes observing them. In a panic, they drove to the nearest town, the creature pursuing them until they reached the town's border. Clearly, it feels threatened by civilization, or at least intelligent enough to stick to terrain that can disguise it. To clarify the sighting, they drove back out to Route 62. Expecting what they had seen to be merely a figment of their imagination, perhaps just an owl, but waiting for them as they reached the turning of Route 62 were those same red eyes, a tall slender human with giant eyes and folded back set of large wings. Even prior to the fallout, Mothman's mutations have been tracked back to an unknown chemical spill. The birthplace of this horrifying shadow of a former man can be traced back to a place known locally as the TNT area, a former ordnance work location. Winding tunnels connected to igloos now caved in and flooded, holding predominantly gunpowder and other explosively hazardous materials. If you find yourself in this region, be sure to avoid anything that may set off these hopefully dormant materials. Years after the company had closed, someone used it to dump barrels of toxic chemicals, seeping into the ground and contaminating some of the water. This is believed to be the birthplace of Mothman. Their nest is highly likely to be here, so avoid it at all costs. Now how does this affect you, citizen? Well, my scouts have reported additional sightings of the creature, or, considering the amount of time that has passed, it might even be its offspring. I shudder to think about how such a creature could do so, but we need to consider all the possibilities. The fallout has led to additional mutations, its previously humanoid form no longer prominent. A more insectoid form has taken hold, giving it almost an appearance of floating at a glance. Its large eyes glowing in the night. It will patiently stalk you, using your own paranoia against you. Although seemingly unwilling to attack, it has stalked one of our scouts for several days, growing more bold over time. They haven't sent additional reports for 2 days, but if you come across them on your travels, advise them they are overdue. Remember, if you do spot them, wait until you have a way to knock it out of flight. It travels extremely fast. Current estimates clock its speed as up to 100 miles per hour. Just don't let it follow you for too long. Find refuge in a settlement and confront it as a group. Good luck and Godspeed. Now head out and rebuild our future. America depends on you. Thanks for watching this episode. As always, let me know what you think in the comment section below and who or what you'd like me to cover next. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like, subscribe to support the channel, and click that little bell for notifications as new content goes live. Until next time, I've been Dante, thanks for watching.